Hi, everybody. I'm here to talk to you about our English language support classes. They're often called ESL classes. So let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Barbara Aris, and I'm the coordinator of the ESL program. Many students come to our college here, and English is not their first language. In fact, it might not be their second or even their third. So they need to practice a little bit with the language before they take college level classes. And that's why I'm here. So today I want to talk to you about how to get started in general, and then about the specific ESL classes, and I also want to tell you about some of the classes you can take at the same time when you're taking your ESL classes. So let's get started. To begin, you're going to do the same thing that everyone else does. You need to apply to the college. You can go online to the mc3.edu address and apply. What's nice is this application is absolutely free. Once you apply and you answer a few questions, you'll be able to talk to an advisor. The advisor is going to really be able to help you do a lot of things. The first thing they're going to help you with is a placement test. This is all going to be done in a Zoom phone call on your computer. So they're going to talk to you about the different levels of ESL. They're going to ask you some questions. And between the two of you, you're going to have a pretty good idea of where you place. They can also then help you choose your classes, register, and they can even talk to you about some financial aid. So let's talk about some of these ESL classes. Let's imagine that you've taken the placement test and you've tested into a beginning level class or an intermediate level class. That's great, we've got them. We've got 5 levels of ESL. So let's start at the beginning. Our beginning class is ESL 004. I don't know why it's a 4 instead of a 1, but it's nice, right? You're not starting at level 1, you're starting at level 4 already. Then we have 2 intermediate level classes, and they are 005 and 006. These classes are really interesting, but they also take a lot of time because you study listening and speaking and reading and writing and grammar. You do everything in these classes. We try to offer them in a 7-week format so you can go through them more quickly, but that means 12 hours a class a week. That's a big time commitment. We can sometimes offer them in the 15 weeks, so it's not such a time commitment, but it's going to take a lot of time and energy, but it's going to be worth it. As you study the grammar, for example, you'll be doing exercises to make sure that you really understand and can use that grammar correctly. You'll be taking tests and quizzes to make sure that you know what you're doing. When you do the listening and speaking, you'll be doing some note-taking, you'll be working in small groups, you'll be even doing some recitals like memorizing a poem and reciting it. In terms of the reading, you will be learning some vocabulary. For the writing, you'll be analyzing paragraphs and writing paragraphs because that's what you need to do at college. And of course, through all of this, we offer tutoring. It's free and it's available 24/7. Remember, our goal is to help you be successful at college. So yes, you're going to work hard, but you're going to work smart and you're going to learn a lot. Now, let's imagine that when you take the placement test, you test into level 006. Well, that means you don't have to do level 4 or level 5. You start at 006. So your placement test is where you start. And it may not be where you stay. Because if you test into ESL 005, for example, and you seem to be doing really well, the instructor might suggest that you jump up a level. So it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and you'll learn a lot of English. Now, after the beginning and the intermediate levels, remember those are 3 and we have 5, we go to the more advanced levels. Now, at the advanced levels, you'll notice that there are 3 here, but the ESL 009 class is an optional class. It's not required. It is, however, a great class, particularly if you're going to take any kind of speech communication or presentation class. So when you're taking ESL 009, you're really focusing on the listening and speaking and the pronunciation, but at a much higher level than you were at the intermediate level. Remember, we want to get you ready for college level classes. If you test into either the 010 or the 011, they are both composition classes. ESL 010 is Composition 1, and it has a reading class that goes with it. And ESL 011 is our Composition 2, and it has a reading class that goes with it. Now, these classes do really focus on the writing and the reading skills, because those are the most difficult skills to learn, and you really need to use them at college. So again, you'll be working hard on these skills, but these classes only meet 6 hours a week in a 7-week format, so it's a little less time commitment. Once you finish these classes, then you are able to take any college classes that you like because you've met the language prerequisites. But what's especially nice is that while you are taking some of these classes, you can also take college level classes. So for example, while you're still in an ESL composition class, for example, you might be taking an introductory course. You might be taking History 103. Now, History 103 is a college level course, but you'll be in your your ESL composition and reading classes, and that will help you with the vocabulary and the writing that you need to do in that class. Or you might take an introduction to psychology class. Maybe that's something that you're interested in your major, as a major, and you want to look into it. Or you might be taking Sociology 101. You want to look for introductory classes because the language skills are not going to be as high as the more advanced classes. Now, you're still going to have to do a lot of reading and a lot of writing and a lot of studying in these classes, because remember, you're going to be in a classroom with native speakers. You're also going to be able to take some math classes, and that depends on your major. And of course, you can take any class that has no language or reading prerequisite. So really, our goal in all of this is to help you be the most successful as possible. So I'm going to thank you for listening to me. I'm going to remind you of my name again. Here it is, Barbara Aris, and here's my email. It's pretty easy to remember, but there it is. You can ask me questions about the ESL program, about the ESL classes, about the textbooks and the skills. You can ask me any of those kinds of questions. Always reach out to me. If you ask me a question that I simply can't answer, then I will find someone that you can contact. So don't hesitate to email me, and it's been very nice talking to you. Hope you have a great day and enjoy your college experience.